Hi, this is Dr. Otto Janke, and I want to thank you for being on with us today on Mad Health. So last Friday, I was sitting, it was in the evening, I was watching the evening news, which is I'm apt to do on a Friday evening. 6 o'clock comes on, and Lester Holt is talking about a newest trend in healthcare. And, I hear about a newest trend in healthcare. I get very excited, but I also have some skepticism along with it because it usually means it's a newest medication for you. But Lester goes on and talks about a newest trend, a very new trend in healthcare for MDs. And it's this, is they have found a doctor or a few doctors who are, instead of giving prescriptions, they are giving descriptions. Is that right? Instead of prescribing, they're describing. So instead of writing prescriptions, these docs are actually giving. They showed one doc who was helping people to get off of medications. So this wife and this husband, they're in their seniors, in their 70s, late 70s, early 80s. And the husband at one time was on 19 medications. 19 medications. 19 medications. Just think about, first of all, the number of chemical reactions that are going on inside this guy's body, his brain, his nervous system. Not just the ones that are supposed to be there, but the chemical reactions are going on because of all these different chemicals that are coming in. And you start going, holy cow. I mean, I'm not a mathematics kind of guy. Love math. I understand it, but I'm not a mathematical kind of guy. So if any of my listeners out there could do this, put together how many chemical reactions could go on between A and B. And then, just imagine this. A, B, then the chemical reaction that comes from A and B. So now you have C. And now you got A, B, and you're adding in D. Now D, that's going to give me, I'm going to have to blow my head apart just thinking about that. All the chemical reactions that are going on inside this person. And how many times is he being prescribed something for a symptom? Say we've got A and B, he's on medications A and B. Now we've got D, C, E, F, G, H, all the way down the line, down to 19. I don't know what 19 even is in the alphabet. All the way down there. How many of these last 5, 10 is he being prescribed that are just the side effects of the first couple? And here's the amazing thing. You start looking at the side effects of the prescriptions, of the medications, and you start saying, well, this one on here says that it induces, for instance, drowsiness. But say it's the fifth or sixth or seventh side effect down the road. But this one over here, the second, third, fourth one he's taken, also has drowsiness on it. All of a sudden, John over here, who used to be the life of the party, just isn't getting around as quickly as he used to. And you start looking at the landslide of side effects that go along with this. So Lester Holt's talking about these docs just one doc specifically, who's going through the medications of John, and after a 3-year period, has gotten him down to like 5 medications, which is still astounding. He was on 19. How was John allowed to drive? How was he allowed to drive the car? When I do talks, I ask people a question. Who do you find to be more of a casualty on the road? I'm going to get crap for this one, by the way, from my seniors who are listening to this. Who do you find to be more of a casualty on the road? Is it going to be John, the senior, who's on 19 medications, or Junior, the 17-year-old who just got done smoking a joint in his high school parking lot? Yes, I know. One's illegal. These are all legal. Yeah, I know. I get it. Which one do you find to be much more reliability? Which one's going to be scary to have around you? And you start going, holy crap. And the wife talks about how, John was just taken out of life. We see this all the time. One of the most amazing parts we see in my practice is that when we start to have people under chiropractic care is that they get back into life. They get back into life. They get back into living again. And the spouses will come in and say, it's really good to have John back. So we talk about this. And John is on 19 medications. After a 3-year period, the doc is going through and finding out, okay, why is he on this medication? Why is he on that medication? How can we kick back on this one? So how about this one? Now he's on 5 medications. And they find one of the biggest problems is that especially with seniors, you see a cardiologist for your heart, you see a pulmonologist for the lungs, you see an orthopedic for the spine, whatever, so you got all these different docs who are giving you medications. John can't sleep, so he goes see his primary and he gives him a sleeping pill. And then he has another problem, so all of a sudden he's on all these different medications. So he has 5 different, 15, 10, I don't know how many different medications, 15 different medications on, being prescribed from maybe 3, 4, 5 different kinds of docs. And by the way, the docs are doing it not because they think, man, how could we screw up this guy as much as possible? They think they're doing their best. This is part of the problem with the system. Is that when the only time that the best we can do for him is prescribe more medications, that's going to be the problem. If the only solution we have is you being on more medications, if the only solution for anything that we have is you being on more medications, guess what you're going to get? More medications. Here's your card. So John's on 19 medications. They finally get him down to 5 after numbers of years. His wife says, it's good to have John back again, which is astounding, isn't it? It's astounding. It's good to have John back again. Let me throw some numbers at you. These numbers are going to astound and appall you. Here's my Bulletproof Coffee. I drink Bulletproof Coffee. People ask me why I drink that. It's organic coffee with butter. Or I actually put MCTs, medium chain triglycerides, in it. Whirl it all up, put a little vanilla in it, and top with cinnamon. I'll do a talk about that in the future. Bulletproof Coffee. They're online, by the way. Bulletproof. Here's a number for you. How many people do you think live in America right now? Let's round it up. Let's round it up to 319 million people. 319 million people live in America. I would recommend you get a new pencil out and a new piece of paper, because this one's going to set you back a little bit. From Kaiser. Kaiser is one of the largest healthcare companies in America. They take care of people, especially, they don't do so much I'm on the East Coast. I'm in New York. And they don't do so much here, but the West Coast they do. They did a statistical analysis of the number of, I'm looking it up right here on my computer. I have another computer going. The total number of retail prescription drugs filled at pharmacies in 2015. I'll say it to you again. The total number of retail prescription drugs filled at pharmacies in 2015. It was 4,065,175,064. I will say that to you again. 4 billion. 4,065,175,064. Glad they got that last 64 in there. Johnny, hurry up. Get yours filled. So we have that number, total number of retail prescription drugs filled at pharmacies in 2015, over 4 billion. There are 319 million people in America. Ladies and gentlemen, get out your calculators. I do it on my computer because my handheld, we have these handheld ones around all the time for when we're doing our healthcare plans for people. It comes out to, I'm going to round up. It's 12.74 prescriptions per person in 2015. I'm going to round up to 13, okay? I round up to everything else. 13 prescriptions per man woman, and child in America in 2015. 13. We're looking at John, that senior, and we're thinking, my dear Lord, how can anybody be on that many medications? And you look at it and say 13, John wasn't that far off. He wasn't that far off from what the national average is. You start going, are you kidding me? I'm a 53-year-old guy, 53-year-old white guy in America. I would have to think that somewhere there is a statistical analysis. There's a chart somewhere. It says 53-year-old white guy. Okay, over here, this, boom. He should be on this many medications. There's got to be a chart somewhere. I did a talk a short time ago, and I had people come up to me afterwards, and they said, you're not on any medications? I said, no. And he said, none. No. Come on, you're on none? No. I've had my friends, I've had classmates I consult with my classmates I went to high school with. And they said, it's funny you should say that 12 number because my husband's like on 12 medications. I'm on 7 medications. I'm going, why? And again, you guys, as you listen to me, you're going to hear these same words and same sentences I repeat over and over and over again. My first question to these people is, 1, what's your routine for exercise? Your motion, what is it? Number 2 is, what's your fuel? What are you eating? Number 3 is, who's your chiropractor? Because I'm going to make the assumption that you think you're already getting great medical care. And this isn't chiropractic, man. This isn't chiropractic. I know insurance companies pay for it. They don't pay it for it, whatever. We ain't medicine. What are you eating? How are you moving? And who's your chiropractor? Real 3 simple questions. And people get astounded. They're amazed. How could this be that we're on this many medications? My question always is, are you healthy for all those? Yeah, but, and the answer, yeah, but you see, I have to take them. That's not what I asked. See, I think there's a unique thing that should be done with all medications. Is if there's an on-ramp to the medications, there should be an off-ramp for the medications also. Meaning this, if there's a reason why you get on the medications, there should be an opportunity for you to be off the medications. Here's the amazing thing. If the medication truly worked, why would you take it a second time? Think about that. If the medication actually worked, why do you need to still be on it? I just thought of that. I may have to stop right now and go think about that for a while. Amazing. Because, I'm a doctor of chiropractic. You hear me say it 1,000 times. I'm a doctor of chiropractic. I am inundated by the insurance companies. Prove to me this person keeps on getting better. Prove to me this person has, once they hit a maintenance program, they can no longer cover them. Why is it with blood pressure medication that the person, by the way, blood pressure medications do a great job of bringing that person kaboom down to a certain blood pressure level. But you only take that medication for the next 50 freaking years because you maintain that level. They never get better. They get down that level, boom, they stay there. Same thing with cholesterols. They stay there. They don't keep on getting better. So from the first couple weeks, couple months that you take those medications, from then on it's just maintenance care. In my profession, that's frowned upon by the insurance companies. No, don't do that. Even though we can show we can help people in 85,000 different ways. Amazing. Here's your question for today for you. How many medications you on? Again, I'm on no medications. That means there's a guy in Passaic, New Jersey, who's sucking down 26 medications a day. He's on 26 prescriptions a year, 26 26 prescriptions a year. Because I'm on none. And again, I'm not here to say how great I am or not. It's just this is the fact. And so John, the senior, is on 19 medications. The average American in 2015 went through, as Kaiser Permanente, one of the biggest insurance companies in America, total number of retail prescription drugs filled. Here's a scary question. How many more were written that weren't even filled? Are we adding on another zero onto that? I don't know. That's a scary number. Holy guacamole. And you start looking at all the chemical reactions that are going on inside people. It's not even, I'm drinking a coffee right now, and you guys, he's drinking coffee. Well, how many adverse chemical reactions does he have going inside his body now? It's coffee. I know where it's coming from. I know what it's doing to me. There's actually an effect I want to have from the coffee. And by the way, by putting fat in it, it changes the way you metabolize. Anyways. How many of you know exactly what's happening to you with the medications that you're on, even the ones that are over the counter? This is the amazing things we should be asking about our healthcare system. Again, if there's an on-ramp to the medications, I think that doctor should be saying, by the way, in 6 months, I believe we should be looking at getting you off these things. How many times is that talk ever made? Astounding. If your lifestyle, if eating right and exercise don't work, they always work. They always work. Here's the amazing thing about the medication. Boom, you get a side effect right away. You get the effect right away. Bam. The exercise and nutrition may not show up for, a couple weeks, couple months. Why do I keep on exercising? So I can keep on exercising. That's why I keep on exercising. I keep on exercising so I can keep on exercising. Astounding. I find it actually amazing. I find those numbers to be actually tragic all in one, and absolutely amazing. Over 4 billion prescriptions filled. And by the way, I'm not against the prescriptions. There's going to be some times in my life where I'm going to need to take a prescription. I have no doubt about it. Matter of fact, yes, I do have an MD. I see him once a year for my yearly physical. I go in there, and he asks me about some aches and pains. And then we did blood work and cholesterol. And my cholesterol is always high. It's always been statistically high. I've been having my cholesterol checked since I was in chiropractic college 25 years ago. So for 25 years, I've had my cholesterol done, my blood work done. And statistically, my cholesterol has always ranged high. It's in the 220s, 230s, something like that. It always has been. Let me ask you a question. Is that good or bad? It is. It's just what it is. I'm one of those guys who statistically has high blood pressure. High cholesterol. I have it. My blood pressure is freaking rocking great. My cholesterol is at the number it should be because it's necessary for me. He says to me in my last visit to him, I'm coming up in the next couple months to go see him. He says to me, I'm supposed to tell you that the parameters are that when the cholesterol is this high, I'm supposed to prescribe you a anti-cholesterol medication. Here's the nasty little side effects of the cholesterol medications. Type 2 diabetes induces it. Erectile dysfunction and dementia. That's not my opinion. Go look them up. So you look at that stuff. I said, no, man, I don't want either one of those. I don't want any one of those. None of those. And I said to him, I made the disease, I'll create the cure. I'll say it again to you. Because he He looked at me the same way you're looking at me. I said, I made the disease, I'll create the cure. He looked at me like, you know, when you say something to your dog and your dog looks at you like, arr? You know, the ear goes up and stuff and the eyes, and he turns his head to the one side. Arr? He gave me that look. I said, no, man, I got this. What'd I do? I changed the way I exercise, changed the way I eat, saw my chiropractor more often. I manifested. If I made the disease, I'm going to create the cure. That's my mindset. What if that was the first way of caring for you? Because that you can sustain. That leads to incredible benefits for the rest of your life. And I'm going to lead you with this. You're the grandmother, you're the grandfather. There's two, you're at your life right now. And there's two grandmothers or two grandfathers in your future. Let's say you're the grandmother. You're a young lady in your 30s, 40s, 50s, and there's two grandmothers in your future. The one grandmother is going to the graduation, the high school or college graduation of your grandchild. And you are the rockin' nuts, kind of crazy, emotional person in the back. Maybe you're the quiet one who sits in the back, up on the side in the bleachers. You're the one there taking that program, and you're kind of wringing it in your hands. Because the pride that you have, that's your grandchild, and you are there watching them, and you're inside of you, you're just feeling, oh, yes, yes. That's the one grandmother. Or the other grandmother is at home, in the chair, hooked up to the oxygen tank. Which one do you want to be? Because one of those is in your future. One of them is in your future. I can dramatically help you be the first one. Which one do you want to be? Filling 12, 13 prescriptions a year ain't going to get you to the first one. I'm an expert at showing you how to be the first one. The second one, not so much. I'm Dr. Otto Janke. This is Mad Health.